They said that you have to sacrifice your material well-being in order for you to focus on your work. No matter how much you practice, if you don't have a natural talent, you still never be the best. Well, that might be right or wrong, but are you in a trap of negative imagination? Are you only focused on what's missing and what's not working? One of the most important qualities of creatives and entrepreneurs is resourcefulness. And it comes from a positive and creative mindset to overcome any obstacles they might have in their path. And what if I tell you there's someone started from scratch and developed his talent in music later on and get into the Hollywood industry? And for 30 years, he directly worked with Madonna, Julio Iglesias, and Michael Jackson. Roberto Bolero is going to share his stories that he never disclosed for 10 years. And in this episode, he's going to share his experience with Michael Jackson. Wow, no one can imagine.
I know. Let me just say, Julio Iglesias, he loves wine. Here's an interesting story about Madonna. I didn't know how to handle it, quite frankly.
Oh, wow.
That she was my new girlfriend.
Whoa. I can see that you're visualizing your memory with Madonna. How about Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson was a very special case. I thought he couldn't get better after Madonna. Madonna was at the top of her game. Get the call from Jolie Levine, which is Michael Jackson's assistant, and she says that Michael would like to have a talk with Andre and myself and talk about vocals for his new record. So we went to the studio. The studio was on, Michael had two studios, one on Santa Monica Boulevard and the other one on Beverly Boulevard in West LA. I walked in the studio first. Studios are typically dark, okay, mysterious. And as I walked through the one studio A, through the door, Michael was standing to the right of me. And he was under a recessed lighting, and it looked like a halo. This halo over his head. And there's a photograph that reminds me of that look that he had, where this light is shining over top of him. And I was stunned when I looked to the right of him. He was a little bit taller than me. Okay, I'm 5'8". I think he might have been 5'9", 5'10", something like that. But he just was very calm, stood there. And by the time I caught him to the right, Andre Crouch came behind me and saw him immediately respond to me. He introduced me. I shook his hand. It was a very cold, kind of thin hand. And the trust and that bond in that moment of my, shaking hands with him, there was immediate trust, immediate bond, because he saw Andre there and he thought if Roberto was with Andre, then he must be somebody important. We just had a blast in the studio. He was so fun. Michael was just like so happy that we were there. I mean, he was genuinely happy. He was just like, he was like a kid. You brought him to a candy store and you said, you can have whatever you want. But he was so excited that we were part of his project. And we didn't talk anything about music. We talked about life. Oh, my brother's doing this. My wife's doing that. My sister's doing this. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Let's get back next week and see what you can do on the song. And it was Man in the Mirror. They handed us the score, the sheet for Man in the Mirror. We said, okay, we'll be back in about a week. That started a 20-year relationship. He was the most genuine, kind person I had ever met to this day. Michael Jackson brought it to my attention how deep somebody can be kind.
You work with people who are such high performer. Is there any common traits or characteristic or personalities that they have?
Most of those people, they become isolated. When you become successful, you often become isolated, and it cuts you off from practicing. You don't get to practice your manners. You don't get to practice the qualities that were instilled, that made you successful. So, but to answer your question more directly, when it comes to people that want to come into the industry, I think it's important. Character's important. I was at a seminar one time. Everybody wanted to know how they can break in. But one person resonated raised his hand and said, "Is there anything I can do for you?" That changed the total tone of everything.
Wow.
Okay? Because people think that when you have a measure of success, that it never stops. What you're really trying to do is you have to be more creative to come up with the next project. Then you have to be more creative in networking to participate in other people's projects. So there's this constant entrepreneurial drive that you're really trying to establish so that you become the go-to person. Not only was I ready with my skills and I was trained, but I was ready to do whatever anybody needed for me to help them.
Wow.
And that's really important. And that's why you see the consistency in high-ranking, iconic entertainers, me always being in that circle. I didn't raise my hand and said, "Is there anything I can do for you?" They just saw how I was, and they reached out to me.
What you just said remind me like so hard. I was reading a book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. If you want to be a leader, to be an intelligent follower. And I think what you just did, because you're such a great follower, helping other people, and then that would lead you become a leader as a managing team.
A friend of mine's always said, and this is kind of a biblical saying, your talent will make room for you. What that means is keep doing what you're doing. Keep staying in forward motion. And your talent's going to come to a place where people have to have you part of what they're doing. So your talent will make room for you. Don't have anxiety over it. You know, anytime we do something, we discover something in our lives, we're always thinking, "Geez, I wish I had started earlier." Everybody thinks like that. And then we measure ourselves by other people's success. Oh, Madonna's 29 years old. I'm more talented than Madonna. I should have been at 28 years old as successful, but that's not how it works. You know, so when you, like Sui, for you, when you share these, I've watched many of your videos, and you're always trying to bring to the attention something beyond what's the obvious. And that's a great thing, really it is. It's a great service, because if people can connect the dots through you and what you're doing, which is why I agreed to participate in this interview, okay, I think you help people in a way that's sustaining. They may not get it the first time. They may not get it the second time. But sooner or later, they're going to get it. Okay? And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of YouTube, you know, that your videos are timeless. People can always rewind their lives back to Sui and what you've spoken of and watch you grow as a person and try to get it and continue on that forward journey.
I still remember when you reached out and you said you were very impressed about one of my videos, and you know, even at the time I was still nervous talking in front of the camera. I'm just not used to it, and I was so grateful. And I think this is what the trust is.
Let me interrupt you for a moment, because
Yeah.
I have to say this. You didn't always smile.
Okay.
But you started smiling, it was electrifying. And I think people need to see you smile more.
Okay.
And I think that, you know, if they don't
I
get
should do
anything
that more.
else out of this, your smile is going to brighten their day. And they get to have some great information from you. And they can, like I said, they can always rewind and go back and analyze it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's real simple.
I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much from you. And I'm sure that there are a lot of people wanting to get in touch with you and connect with you. Is there anything that you wanted to say to people, try to get you and try to talk to you?
Meet me at Starbucks. Buy me my favorite coffee and we can sit down and talk.
Okay.
I'm easy. No, really, celebrities are pretty easy to people to get along with. But, you know, people are respectful of my time. You know, they may have a short question, or I may send them a link. I don't have a website because it was just too much to manage after Michael's passing. It was just really, really too much. And it really posed for me a safety issue. A lot of that's going to go back up this year, and I will make myself more public. And this is the first live interview I've ever agreed to in 10 years.
Yeah.
So, Sui, the Oscar goes to Sui.
Well, I mean, yes, I want to talk about this. I really wanted to thank you for this opportunity, that share your experience, and really give great insight to young entrepreneurs. And like you said, it's been 10 years that you're doing live interview like this.
Let me just share one last thought with you on that part. You know, Michael Jackson told us, for those who was in that circle, to share our experiences. He said, if you don't share it, people have to start all over again. There's so much inside information that if people knew, they would be better encouraged that things were not possible. Okay? And I think that's an important thing. I think that's why I go out and do speaking engagements at universities, at corporate events. In fact, I have one coming up it's going to be at the San Gabriel Hilton Hotel. I believe we're going to do 2 shows, one in the morning. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We're going to have a blast.
Wow.
And everybody gets a gift. Well, when I'm done, everybody's going to get a gift from me, personalized from me. They'll be able to take pictures with me on the red carpet, and we're just going to have a good time. It's just about having a good time.
Roberta, I'm really curious about your background. We're like, wow, like what's going on your wall? Can you show a little bit?
Okay, well, I'm going to show you.